Question 10 and 11 off your team test both come from lessons 10.4 and 10.5, and they involve finding the surface area and volume of a cylinder. So let's start by looking at our formulas. You can find these on your Unit 10 formula sheet. For a cylinder, the lateral area is 2 pi times r times h. And you can see the r and the h are 4 for the radius, 9 for the height. So I need 2 pi times 4 times 9. And we want to keep the pi in our answer, so when you're doing your calculations, you can just type 2 times 4 times 9 in your calculator, and that's 72, and then move the pi to the end. So the lateral area is 72 pi. Now we can find the surface area by taking the lateral area plus 2 pi r squared. And this formula, again, is right off of your Unit 10 formula sheet. Let's sub in our values, so 72 pi plus 2 pi times 4 squared. When I do my calculations here, I have to start by simplifying this, and 2 times 4 squared is 2 times 16, so 32 pi. And then we'll add 72 pi and 32 pi. They're like terms here. We can add 72 plus 32, which is 104. So our surface area is 104 pi inches squared. That's our exact answer. Now to get the approximate answer, you can just put this in your calculator. Remember that you probably need to put the decimal point in on your calculator to force it to give you a decimal answer. And when you type that in, it ends up being 326.72. Rounding to the tenths place, that's approximately 326.7 inches squared. So now we're done with surface area. Let's go ahead and calculate our volume. The volume of a cylinder is found by taking pi r squared times height. Here, the radius is 4, so pi times 4 squared times 9. Again, you can take your calculator and type 4 squared times 9. That's 144. So our exact volume is 144 pi cubic inches. Then to get the approximate value, we'll just put that into our calculator. 144 decimal point pi is 452.38. I will round that to the tenths place, rounds up, so we'll have approximately 452.4 cubic inches. Question 11 also involves a cylinder. This time, though, we want to find the volume, so just volume, of a right cylinder that has a circumference of 28 pi centimeters and a height of 41 centimeters. So for the height, we have what we need there. Height is 41, and the circumference is 28 pi centimeters. We need to use the circumference to find the radius. So I'm going to write down my circumference formula. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi times its radius. And if we sub in the 28 pi here, 28 pi equals 2 pi times the radius. Now we can undo this times by 2 pi by dividing each side by 2 pi. And since there's a pi on both sides, the pi's cancel out, and we really just have 28 divided by 2, which is 14. Now we have everything we need to calculate the volume. The r is 14, the h is 41, and the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. So here that's pi times 14 squared times 41. And I can take my calculator and do this all in one, or I can split it up, but I need 14 squared times 41. I'm just going to use that squared button on my calculator times 41, and that will give you 8,036. So the exact value for the volume is 8,036 pi cubic centimeters. Approximate volume, just put that in your calculator, and it's about 25,245.8 cubic centimeters.